Guess I better eat this before it melts. All right, let's go to some estate sales. Hi there. How are you doing? Little warm is right. Little warm. Are you having a good sale?
Yesterday was much better than today.
Oh, yesterday. Yeah, sometimes the first day.
Yeah. Feel free to look around. We are closing up. Take your time.
Oh, you are? Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Sister's out picking up signs, so.
Oh, sorry. If I would have known that, I would have tried to get here a little earlier for you.
No worries, no worries.
All right.
You want any toss pillows?
Probably not. Well, I'm kind of particular about them. Are they any specific brand or anything?
$2. They're $2 each.
All right, I'll take a peek.
Yeah, take a look in there.
I'll just take a peek before you put them away,
Oh, you're fine. No worries.
just in case.
You never know.
Oh, you never know.
I think there's a couple set pairs.
Okay.
Like that, so.
All right,
Oh,
cool.
There's 4 of this guy.
Oh, 4 of that one. Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'll just take a peek. Honestly, I kind of got the feeling that I wasn't going to find anything I wanted in here. I was just kind of being nice and looking through, but I do look for old needlepoint pillows. I look for vintage and antique pillows, any special characters on them. Also vintage Pier 1, but I didn't see anything in here I need. And pillows take up space, so you got to be particular about what pillows you're picking up.
Any pictures over here? If you're
Oh,
interested?
pictures. Oh, pictures
We'll
too.
negotiate on price.
Okay.
Clothes are $2 each unless you find 3 or more, then they're $1 each.
Okay. All right. If you guys haven't already done it, could you do me a favor and just hit the like button? It takes like 2 seconds and it really helps me on this very small YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Do you see anything that I'm passing here that you're like, why didn't you look a little more at that? I don't really like to do clothes. I don't have an eye for clothes. I didn't see anything, just barely glancing through. So out here to the hard goods, my favorite. I kind of took a quick look at this pottery piece, but I ended up passing on it. I didn't see a mark on the bottom that was recognizable to me, anything that, really made an impact on me, and I knew I had seen it before. I just decided to leave it there. It was beautiful. I don't know, I just didn't need it. And this table and chairs set, I obviously didn't need at all. I'm not doing anything like that, no furniture. I actually used to update and sell furniture. That was kind of a thing I did for a while, and I really enjoyed it, but haven't done that in a long time. Just looking through the books, didn't see anything I need. I like that price, 50 cents a piece. I could do that if it was something I needed, but nothing there that I really needed. So I moved on to the table, and things were priced, and I decided to take a look over here. This caught my eye pretty quick. This is a vintage Fitz and Floyd cream and sugar set. She had it marked at $8. This is the hummingbird pattern. It just kind of looks like a really sweet little petite set. I was looking for any chips or cracks. I didn't see any. This is the pattern you want to look for. Run your comps when you're looking at Fitz and Floyd because some of it won't sell. Now, I will tell you, if you haven't sold anything like that before, sometimes they can sit for a little bit waiting for just the right buyer. What these have going for them is that they are pastel, and that's very in right now. Okay, this looks like I'm being really rough with it, but I promise. It just looked that way because styrofoam is strong. I was being careful. Anyway, these candle holders are really cool. They're calla lily, and I did ask her if she would take 15 for both of these instead of 16 altogether, which $1, whatever, but then I could just do $5, and we took those home. Just 2 things off that table, but I call it good. And now on to the estate sale. As soon as I pulled into this neighborhood, I was like, ooh, this could be a really good one. And I'm going to tell you why. Oh, wait, you can see the sign here says it's the last day. Look at this floor. You know what that means. We're at a grandma house, my favorite. And that's why I love a good grandma house for an estate sale. And when I was driving through the neighborhood, it looked like an older neighborhood, kind of fancy, but probably had a lot of older people in this neighborhood. And I loved that. So I was really excited because that means I can usually find a lot of treasures. What the heck are these? Will someone please tell me in the comments? I actually took a photo and tried to look them up. I was so confused. I'm like, are these homemade weights? Like for lifting weights? It's so weird. They were asking $6. I took a screenshot, or I took a picture and then I left them there. Don't neglect looking in this area. 50 cents a piece for these bug lights because it's half price day. And these are going to be a little turnaround, probably like 15 bucks or so for the two of them. For me, that's bread and butter. You might not consider that to be a bread and butter sale, which means like a smaller sale. All those bread and butter smaller sales add up and really pay the bills. And but for me, that's a good one. I like to pick those up. So keep an eye out for vintage General Electric and run your comps on those. I have a feeling a lot of things were picked over, and I would be so curious to see what else was at this old sale. But I was getting here on the last day when everything was half off. I mean, it just was like, when I was walking around, I was like, man, I wonder what I missed. But you can't think about that stuff too much. Oh, I was hoping I would find a cassette tape here that I wanted. There were a couple, and even these old cool glasses, but I left them behind. Anyway, you just got to be careful when you get like FOMO, like when you're afraid, like, what did I not pick up? What did I miss out on? You know, not everything is meant to be your treasure. Some treasures are meant for other people, and that's okay. I went down to the basement. There were people upstairs kind of chatting up where you can pay, but I went down to the basement. I looked around, and right back to the left here, I saw the toys. I had to go take a look. Even though these were both half price, they were still more than I wanted to spend, and I don't want to store anything that large right now, but they're really charming. I can tell that someone loved these a lot. I just love that so much. I can remember the sound that horse makes. My brother had one of those. This toy shelf was really interesting to me. I saw little Fisher-Price Little People right away from the 1970s and some other old toys. I feel like I've got a dog getting ready to bark here. I apologize if you hear it. I'm not going to go re-record back over it. Anyway, some of the prices here were okay, but I really would like to pay less. $6 each, but we're here on half price day, so they're going to be $3 a piece. And I was just kind of being a little bit selective about what I was looking at. I think this goes to like an old, it was like the lid on a trash can back in the 70s, I think. I do like these books, even though these are $1 a piece, I think. And I usually say I spend less than $1 a piece on books. Yeah, that's right, $2 a piece, but it's half price day. I did buy these Choose Your Own Adventure old books. Normally I wouldn't spend $1, but I'm going to because I have some of those at home that I'm going to put them in a lot with, and I'm going to sell them that way. So I do pick up a couple of books here that are $1, even though that's not usually my thing. So if you guys have been watching me for a while, and make sure you find me on Facebook too, at Mom Rebooted. You know that I spend less than $1 on books. Same for these books, the Babysitter's Club vintage books. I'll lot them up only. I don't sell them individually. And they do well as lots for me. Here's more Babysitter's Club, and I'm dropping crap all over the place. Oh, it's not crap, dropping treasures all over the place. Of course, I'm like, ooh, what's this? As I drop them. Those little Peanuts gang toys, those little figures, they were kind of worn down. I left them there. This is wooden and plastic, vintage Fisher-Price Little People vehicles and boats. I actually put them in a lot, and I already sold them. I ended up putting a bunch of the little ones together because I told her I wasn't interested in paying $3 a piece for each little train car or whatever for the vintage Little People vehicles. And she let me take the little basket of them put together for $3. My gosh, I'm dropping stuff why am I being so reckless? I mean, I don't know. I saw that Arthur book there. I actually usually buy Arthur books. People like buying those as a lot, but I have a lot that I'm waiting for them to sell already, so I'm just holding off on that. I have a bunch of them. I am doing well with vintage and Y2K Winnie the Pooh books right now, so I went ahead and got those. I'm going to lot those up as well, and I know they're going to do well for me. Have you guys seen my YouTube short about the Y2K Winnie the Pooh clothes that are selling? Go find that YouTube short. Leave a like if you see it so I know you saw it. Because you're going to be really surprised what some of the clothes are going for. Yeah, I went back to check. Yep, $3 a piece. If those were really, really cheap, like less than $1, I might have gotten them. All right, I've got to get the Cabbage Patch dolls. These are going to be $3 a piece. And here's something else that, again, I got to send you to watch another video, but go find my video on my channel about selling Cabbage Patch dolls. There's a way you can sell them and make more money. If you try to sell them individually, just as a single doll with whatever description, unless it's something special, it's going to sit forever. There's a specific way you can sell them and sell their clothes. Go find that video and come back and let me know you saw it.
And this is a micro machine.
I thought, what is this, the micro machine? No, micro machines were way smaller than that, right? Somebody tell me what that was. Go on and check out the rest of the basement. There's some Huskers gear here. I am in Nebraska, and it is Huskers football season, but I decided not to pick them up. I kind of looked at this giant tin can Husker thing up here, and everything's going to be $4 a piece for Huskers stuff, but that's probably like a giant popcorn tin or something. I decided to leave it there. So yeah, I don't know what else was here, but I also saw this little hand towel, old Huskers hand towel. I didn't pick that up either, just double checking the price there. I did like this old TV though. Do you guys remember sitting on the floor and watching your TV that also doubled as a piece of furniture? I remember that. That's what this TV was like. Then I went upstairs to the dining room, and there's a lot of chatter going on, so I'm going to stop talking for just a little bit here.
Special stamp or catch as they call it, and then there's a picture over here that goes with the stamp.
Do you know how much plush I have in home?
No cats, no dogs.
Alright, we're ready, let's go here. Put the stuff down, we're ready. Oh, please tell me it's not taking the-
Yes! Ah!
Is that 670? Is that what you said?
Whoops. Okay.
Normally it'd be like one book would be $80.
Not helping.
Ah!
Really not helping, thank you.
$10.
No.
Oh, yeah.
How much? 12. I'm not out.
Even dated 1967.
I would make it all that off of it. She's like, it's way better than the one I'm using. Yeah, you might as well. I mean, you're not out of anything. I like this stuff. Does that say 16 or 12? That's 12. Just leave it out. Okay. How about, is it meant to let us keep it here? How much is that? How much is it? I don't know, it doesn't say. There's no price on it. Maybe they're not saying that, I don't know. If it doesn't look, I'm not saying. Where would I put it? What's it say there?
It says, 2RK for loving and caring with love. Your Maplewood preschool staff, 1985.
Preschool. Okay, I'm on the copy. Where's it said?
Nobody's gonna take that, so you're fine.
Do you need any nice spoons?
Sure.
Nice spoon.
I'll take the spoon, yeah, right. I love.
You have an ice cream spoon?
That's a better one, actually, than one I have. And actually, this is good to make cookies with too.
That do it?
No, I got
I stepped out on the back porch hoping for some treasures, but there was nothing left. But I love this back porch. I want a closed-in, like, 3-season back porch. It's my goal one day to have one. Right now, I just have a deck, and I want a 3-season porch. I love it.
Mom, what's this? Isn't that kind of cool?
That's beautiful. It is. Gosh, I wish some of these were a little less because I looked some of these up too and I thought they were pretty cool. These mid-century pieces here, they were kind of like an atomic pattern, but it's not going to be good. It's not worth it for me because they're breakable, they take up space, and they're not cheap enough. This poor chair, unfortunately, was messed up. And even though this was beautiful, and I know they're really in that rattan chair, I don't have room for it right now. I'm in love with this old fireplace. And yeah, there's a TV, some remotes. Not really feeling electronics right now. Just saving that for someone else. And I don't know why that caught my eye, but it did. It's nothing I need. Just some random other old items. It was half price day, but some of them were just still more than I wanted to spend, and that's okay. It's their estate sale, it's their stuff, and it's their decision. That's all right. I was kind of looking at some odds and ends here. I do pick up old Bibles a lot, especially if they're $1 or less. There were some cassette tapes. I didn't see any cassette tapes that I was interested in. Those also need to be really cheap if I'm going to buy them. So I did go ahead and grab this Bible. That one isn't going to go for much. It's going to be a bread and butter, but I do like to pick those up. Didn't see anything else around here. Look at this gigantic piece of pottery. It's kind of cool, but I don't need it right now. I've got some other pottery. It's sitting waiting, so I think I did pick this up too. Maybe. Oh, wait a minute. No, it had too much damage. Somebody had crayoned all over it, so I didn't pick that up. But who knows what was on all these shelves sprinkled around before third day, Hard to say. It's hard to say, but pretty soon here I'm going to find some more goodies. I'll show you guys. For CDs, guys, FYI, normally what I look for are vintage rap, R&B, or alternative or rock CDs. Those do well for me. Country doesn't do very well. Classical, all those. Look at these cute little scissors. Oh, I don't even know. I left them there. I don't need any more little odds and ends like those, I guess. I don't know. I have a thing full of office supplies that are just sitting around, so I'm not going to pick any more of those up right now. Even though they're really cute, got to be smart. I stopped to look at these picture frames. I was looking for something like pretty brass or something with a character on it or something like that, but I didn't see anything I needed, so I left the picture frames all there and didn't take anything out. There's one that's even broken here. This one was just like coming apart, so I was like, nah, I don't need that. So I just turned right around and decided to go back out to where everyone was visiting. And on my way out was kind of just thinking, was there anything I wanted to go back and look at? And I just, again, with the prices being what they are, it's like I got to be sensible. And I'm very specific about my price points. So I just decided I'm going to pass on some of the things I was glancing at. You'll be all right.
Probably does. I told him, I said, oh, I used to work with those ladies. He just looked at me like, oh.
He may not be like me, that if he treats me like that, I'm like, dude,
Okay, jeez.
There's the door, go. Just tell him, get out.
Nice to have you guys.
Good to see you. Take care.
I'll
Yeah.
see you at another sale.
Yeah, I'll see you. It'll happen eventually.
Yeah, we'll get her one. Those are cool.
oh.
He scored on those.
So I really like looking through linen closets. I like to look for old Canon brand linens especially, but I'll look at other things too. I like some of these country, like vintage, they probably are like 90s country placemats there. I did grab those. I also saw some old 80s and 90s. I don't remember what this striped sheet set was. I don't think I found a tag. There were old 80s and 90s hand towels and oven mitts that were still new. I did go ahead and grab No, you those. are Those are just going to be fine. very cheap and Sorry. they're really kitschy and cute. So I'm going to grab those, and those are going to sell. I like that. I think those are really darling, especially when they're still new with the old tags on them. So I did grab some of these hot pads or hot pad holders, and then I saw a couple of hand towels that I grabbed also. I think one of them was Halloween with a little cat on it, maybe? I can't remember. Yep, I grabbed these two. They had an old tag. I went ahead and grabbed those for really cheap. They'll be a good bread and butter sale. Just kind of peeking at some other things here, sifting around. Oh, there's the little, yeah. Oh, okay, it's a cat, a ghost, and a pumpkin. I grabbed that. It still had the tags. If it wasn't new old stock, I might not have grabbed that, but it was. So I did go ahead and get this. This looked to be kind of 90s, this table runner. It's like a country check Christmas table runner. And since it's fall right now, it's a perfect time to get this. Also, it's a very long table runner, and those are hard to find. So I grabbed that. I did leave this there. I don't know. I don't even remember what it was. I don't know. I left it there. I can't, for some reason, I can't even remember what that was. So going back up to some of the linens and sheet sets and moving some things out of the way, I grabbed this. This is going to be a good sale. Polo Ralph Lauren, or no, I'm sorry, chambray Ralph Lauren. Is it chambray? That's the way I've always said it for a million years. I'm not changing now. That's going to be a good sale. I did grab that. It's new old stock. And I know that's going to do well for me. So I went ahead and put that into my bag in a little bit. I was looking through these, but I didn't end up taking this with me. I did run a comp. I thought it looked pretty. I guess that's really all it was I thought it looked pretty, but I did grab the Ralph Lauren. Checking out some other towels and hand towels here. Didn't see anything that I needed. So I left those behind and went ahead and took my bag to the next room. And this room looked like it was probably full of all sorts of goodies. Who knows what was here, but anyway, this was sneaky. I thought this was an old newspaper. It was just old paper. I don't know. It was just like regular paper. It was supposed to look old. I didn't see a lot on this bed that I super wanted. But yeah, I was just kind of browsing around, looking at the stuffed animals here. So, I don't know. I have so many plush and dolls right now, and they do usually take a little longer, which is fine. They take a little longer. I don't mind sitting on an item for a while until the right person comes along. But that doesn't mean I need to pick any more up right now. So if I saw something really special there, I would have, but I didn't see anything special. This is really beautiful, isn't she? She's real pretty. I did leave her there also and just continued to browse around the bedroom. Cute little Raggedy Ann and Andy set. Aren't those adorable? And, oh, these old TKS basics. I decided not to even mess with those either. I just thought I'd look at the clothes and stuff, even though I always say, like, I don't want to do clothes, but I just left him. I don't know. I'm just like, okay, Angela, have some control. Don't even mess with it. And so I went over to the other side of the room here, just kept looking around. I don't know what this was. It was like a clamshell kind of thing, but it had a big chip in it anyway, so I wasn't going to buy it. I don't need any more linens right now. I'm going to pause on those doilies. Oh, there's me holding my phone and looking like I ate a big lunch. So, hey-o. You ever feel like you go somewhere and you feel like you look half decent and then you see yourself in a mirror? Oof. Whatever, I own it. Okay, so yeah, no, I don't need any of these clothes. I kind of looked around a little. I thought maybe if I saw something that, I don't know, looked kind of like it piqued my interest, or maybe something I'd sold something similar before, but I really didn't. I just looked at that because it looked Halloween-y and Halloween's coming up, but I'm like, Angela, no, don't do it. So I left all of these clothes behind, even though they were kind of cute and granny style and all that. I left them, and that's okay. Someone else will love them. So picking up my bag and carrying on. Let's go see what else. That was kind of cool. Again, would have liked that if it was priced cheaper. I have sold old Girl Scout stuff before, but I left that there. I did take a look at this. I thought this was really cool. It did have some chips on the frame, though I just wasn't super impressed with, so I decided to leave it, but it was a cool piece, actually. Pretty cool piece of art. They actually had a lot of cool art in this house. I wish... Again, I wish the art wasn't all so expensive. I totally would have bought some. But look at the blue carpet. I love the old houses with all the different colors. Oh, hey, okay. My legs looked a little better there. I can take it. Oh, this little Disney sunscreen thing for your car. I looked up the comps, and again, for the price they were asking, it wasn't going to be worth it. So even though that's really cool, left it behind. Look at all this stuff. Old coloring books, I don't need any of those. I'm getting ready to put some in a lot and sell them because they've been sitting too long individually. So I need to just not buy any more right now. I kind of thought maybe I'd find some new old stock. What am I thinking? School supplies that would be worth it, but I left all of these and that was okay. I did look up those pencils, but it was only half a box and this wasn't worth it. I had all kinds of stuff on the bed here, just all sorts of different things. You know what? I actually grabbed this purse for me because I keep saying I need a new purse, and this one's just really simple. It's just my style. It felt really nice, and it was new with tags. My old purse is just falling apart, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna buy this. So I bought that purse for me. Look at this bed. Ooh, isn't it pretty? So pretty. But I don't need that. Let's grab my bag and go to the next room. Now, the next room did have some pretty interesting stuff in it when I went across the hall here. It was the master bedroom. Again, more really cool art, but it was so expensive. And I don't know. I know some people say, Angela, you could have bought it. You could have sold it for big, but I just don't, sometimes it's like you don't feel like it's the right time to buy it. I don't feel like it's the right time to buy it. Aw, look, they had their shelves all pretty in there. And the master bath. Let's see. I didn't see anything. I looked up some of these Bath and Body Works things, so I was like, oh, if they're like discontinued or something, those lotions and soaps, but they weren't. They weren't anything that was going to be worth it. So I left those behind. So if you're a YouTuber and you're watching this, do you film with just your phone? Do you have a fancy camera? I just have my phone. This YouTube channel is small. I'm not ready to go big time with anything yet. I can't justify it yet. They had all kinds of seasonal stuff in this room, but I actually didn't end up picking any of this up. I barely looked through it, but I could see what some things were priced at, and I just like, no, I wish these all had the masks with them, and then I probably would have bought them, but none of them had the masks with them. Well, and some of them were pretty damaged, I gotta say, so I don't want those either, but so yeah, I don't know, Easter, no, I just wasn't interested in any of that. There was some cool stuff on the table, there was cool stuff on the bed, but just nothing that I desperately needed, and nothing that looked like, it just didn't give me that gut feeling like, ooh, that's a good one. So I browsed around a little. There could have been some really cool things in here, the other couple of days, but yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to be a little bit selective. I love old stuff, but if my gut tells me no, I'm not going to do it. And if I were going to buy some of these things, it'd have to be like even less than $1. That's just the reality of it. So, yeah, old stuff, old stuff, old stuff, old stuff. Old books. I don't think I saw any other books here that I wanted, so didn't grab anything there. There were a bunch of goodies on the bed that I looked at right when I came out of this little room, and there were actually some old, not Christmas, Halloween costumes and things, but some of them, it's like they were either too damaged or the mask was damaged. Like these cool old masks, they can be neat, but they're just too damaged. And the same for those die cut decorations that you see right there, those cardboard decorations, but yeah, they're too damaged too. I just wish these were in better condition, because even that, see, it's really sad. It had a lot. I mean, it would maybe do $10 if I'm lucky, with all those little, holes and stuff in it, or cuts on it, and plastic breaking and all of that. I did buy this little Pooh hat though, because Pooh has been doing well for me for a long time. So kind of looked at a few other things. I kept thinking about this, but I had to tell myself no. I was like, don't do it, girl. Don't do it. I had to really think, because I'm very drawn to some of these things, but I had to really think about the condition, and I had to leave them behind. What's your guys' favorite thing to sell? If you're picking things up and selling them, let me know what's selling for you right now. I've got all kinds of things selling right now. I am an everything seller. I sell all sorts of odds and ends. Right now, I'm really into all kinds of things Y2K. That's my big thing right now. I did look at this random little bag of stuff. I know I passed on a lot, guys, but I just felt like I needed to be smart with my selections. I did look at these. There were a bunch of old newspapers with news about September 11th. I have actually seen that things like that will sell when you lot them up, like when you put them in a lot. But I I don't know, they had some, and then it went to some other ones, and I just decided against it because I didn't feel like doing the research any further than what I already know, which is that you can lot them up and sell them. But also, once you got down a little bit, they were just all different kinds, and sometimes I'm in the mood to look them over. I mean, I've sold like antique newspapers before and stuff from like antique, and those have been kind of neat, and I've done well with those, but these were just, like, some of them weren't even vintage. They were just from 10 years ago or something. I don't know. And then some were a little older. I don't know. You know, I just didn't want to mess with it. Sheet music, no, I'm not in the mood for it. So, again, picked up my bag and went downstairs. I think I'm going to just grab a couple more things and call it good.
That's it.
That's it. Oh, so many cute little odds and ends here. I just love that. I love little stuff. Oh, I know. Isn't that cool? It might have gone with his collection. He might have had like a collection or something. You know, it could have been kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
Hard to say. You just never know. So I actually already sold this whole lot. It was bread and butter, but it was a quick sale, and sometimes I'm okay with that. And I think everyone needs to learn to be okay with that. Now, you might be someone that says, Angela, absolutely not, you're wrong. And they might sit on items longer. Now, some items I will sit on. Guys, there are things that I have for like 1 year, sometimes 2 years or something, and I sit on it because I know it'll go to the right person. But sometimes there are certain seasons where I'm like, no, I'm just ready for this to go. Let's go. Let's get on to the next thing, because I'm not a collector. I'm a reseller. I'm not trying to keep these things forever. And also, I'm not trying to do this to make a full-time living. I'm a part-time reseller. And, you know, so I'm okay with doing things like that. Oh, again, with this nostalgic TV, I love it. So overall, that was a pretty good sale. I actually saw something else when I was getting ready to go, and it was these letters from the Civil War era. Oh, I was very tempted, but again, the prices were high, and I don't have a ton of knowledge about those. I know some of them can go for really huge money, but I just didn't. So, gonna put these things in the car and wait for the next sale. So, all the rest of my rando stuff in here. This was a good sale. I'm glad it came out. Can we just appreciate this gigantic, beautiful tree? I'm sorry, but old trees are just not really appreciated enough. All right, that was a great sale. I found some good stuff, and it only cost me like 50 some bucks, and I think things are gonna do really well. Got some vintage stuff back there, all kinds of cute little goodies, and I really wish some of the old artwork was a little bit cheaper, but it wasn't. So it's okay. And I just don't know enough about it. Maybe if I knew more about it. Anyway, do me a favor, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Find me on Facebook and come keep me company. All right, I hope we can go to another estate sale together soon. Bye.